Happy Thursday! You guys ready for the best show ever? You're watching Date Night with Connie and Christy. It's a freaking Thursday. I'm your host, Connie Henriquez, and my crazy co-host, Christy Bogue. Dude, we're back.
I know, man. I missed it.
We're back. Oh my God.
You've been gone.
I know.
Where the hell were you? We're in another country.
Another country.
I was stuck here on Long Island while you were in Greece.
Up. Come on. Mykonos style.
You look so tan.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, congratulations.
I didn't even go to the bed for this one.
I still look like Casper.
Oh, man. But what was the last show we did?
I don't even know. Oh, we had Minnie Trump on.
Oh,
Minnie
Scott, who we love.
We love you, Scott. He's going to be at your party next week.
He's going to be at our party next week. Yep, we had a great show.
We did. That was a great show.
That was like a while ago.
He was actually hilarious.
He was super funny.
I didn't know he was a comedian. I love comedians.
He had these great one-liners. We were like
I know.
dying. I know.
I was dying laughing. Usually I'm the one that's the comedian trying to make one-liners. He was making me laugh this time.
She's the class clown of the group.
That's right. I hate to remind everybody, but I did get voted class clown in 1994.
Shocker.
In Sisal High School.
Shocker.
And you know what? It was a very big deal because a lot of people really wanted that title. And I won.
And you won it.
I won, guys. Class clown 1994.
And it totally makes sense.
Me and James Bruno, my buddy.
Wait, it was a tie?
No, it was a girl and a guy won.
Okay, all right, you're right.
He actually owns a funeral parlor now.
Oh, man. Seems that worked out for him.
I know. No, he's actually the funniest person in the world.
Oh, wow. All right, good. You have to be in that business.
I know you do, right?
The funeral business? That's pretty depressing.
I know. I always say when I die, I only want him doing my
what?
makeup.
Embalming?
Whatever it's called.
He doesn't do makeup.
Yes, he does. He does
all
of that.
No, they hire a makeup person.
I only want him doing my makeup. And only use Armani foundation.
Shut up. I don't even like talking about death.
All right. It was a joke.
Let's move on.
Carrying
on. But anyway, we're really excited to be back.
I know.
It's a happy Thursday because Friday, I forget what happened.
You were away. You weren't even here.
I know, but I'm saying it's a Thursday night. We usually do a show on Fridays.
That's right. Well, Michael, our guest, could not do a Friday. He could do this Friday.
And so we're pretty flexible, so we changed our schedules.
That's right, for Michael.
And we happened to be available, so it worked out perfectly.
That's right. He's very handsome.
And we couldn't wait to do our show, so we're like, you know what? We got to do it on a Thursday.
That's right.
That's how it works.
It's worth it. Wait till you see him, guys.
Exactly.
His outfit is on point.
On point, and I love his shoes. Hopefully we can get his shoes on camera.
You really like his shoes.
They look similar to the shoes I wear.
You have a foot fetish, I think.
No, it looks similar to the shoes I wear. Very cool.
You guys can compare shoes after the show. If he's not in a rush to leave us.
No.
Well, the train might be outside our studio waiting for Michael. All aboard!
Right. All aboard, everyone. So, dude, what have you been up to since
I don't even know. I've been missing you. I've been drinking alone.
I know. It's terrible.
I've been drinking jugs of Tito's alone by myself, crying in my room with my ventriloquist doll, Lester. I'm like, Lester, do you think Connie misses us? No, Chrissy, I don't think she does.
So the last show we had with Scott, I actually, you know what? A couple of shows ago, Chrissy was very upset. She didn't realize that I wore contacts, which I do for the last year.
I'm very mad at you for not telling me.
Besides that, I was very upset because Chrissy never told me, which I found out at the last show, after party, that Chrissy had a doll, Lester.
It's not just a doll.
You were, what is it, a ventriloquist?
I was training to become a ventriloquist.
Oh my God, I could totally see it.
I had a doll. It wasn't a doll, all right? I wanted to be a comedian with a ventriloquist doll. His name was Lester. So I started young. And if you Google him, he's very popular.
I didn't know this. I had no idea.
And I would practice in front of my mirror. And
I had no idea, dude.
I did an impression for you and Jeff after the show. Jeff was impressed, right, Joseph?
I was impressed too. I never even...
Jeff actually did a good...
I never knew you had a doll like that. It's so...
There's a lot to learn about each other. We've known each other for so long, yet we don't really know much, do we? No. Michael was trying to ask us earlier.
But now, Chrissy...
You tell him the whole love story. He's like, all right, I read that on the website.
I know. Like,
now tell me the real thing.
But how great. You had Lester.
Lester.
And you were trying to be whatever that word is. Ventriloquist?
He was a ventriloquist doll.
Yes.
So, there's a lot of comedians out there that do it.
They totally do.
But nobody's like me. Nobody's like me and Lester.
Totally not.
We got to take it on the road.
Do you still have him?
I don't want to talk about Connie. My dad, I think, threw it out, but he gets mad at me when I bring that up. He's like, you gave it away to somebody. I'm like, no, I think he threw it out when they were selling the house. But he's on eBay, so if anybody wants to purchase it for me.
For $20.
No, he's actually going for a lot of money, over $100, like $200, $300.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a hot commodity, guys.
Damn.
So if anybody wants to purchase them for me, send them into Date Night Studios. We'll give you a plug.
We'll give you a plug, and possibly a date with Chrissy.
You'll get a date with me and Lester. That's it. All right, fine, guys. I'll offer it. Fine. Done. Michael? Michael, do you want to put an auction in?
An offer?
No. Michael says no. Great.
Look at all this Lester talk. You're making me jealous.
You don't even care about me. You want to leave abruptly.
I don't anymore now that you're talking.
I love it. So, dude, all right. So you were having a busy week while we were away.
Oh, that's right.
You were hanging out with Amanda and her adorable little baby.
That's right, Madison Faith. She had her baby naming, Amanda and Larry. Exactly? I guess it's a Jewish thing. Jeff, you would know. I'm not Jewish.
You
Instead of a christening, and it's called a baby naming for Jewish people. Never heard. Oh, so James knows, our videographer.
So for girls, they have baby namings.
You just have a name?
So you just have a baby name. The rabbi comes, does a whole spiel. Very nice. It was lovely.
Snip, so they have to do something to snip.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's a girl, so there is nothing to snip.
Right,
What are you going to snip?
Exactly. All right, good.
But it was lovely. And it was open bar, so it's better than that.
And I love your
I was drinking 9,000 glasses of champagne. I felt nothing at the end. I'm like, I feel nothing. I really didn't. I'm used to drinking Tito's.
I know.
Champagne does not. It was like drinking water. I'm like, guys, can we go to a local bar after this? I got to catch the Jet game after this. It was on a Sunday.
So it's so pretty.
Thank you.
It's so pink. And
it was
pretty.
the day of the Jet game, though, the first football Sunday.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I know.
Thanks, Wissette.
All right. All right, so congrats, Wissette and Larry.
Yes, congrats to you guys. It was
and then
a
you
lovely
hung out
party.
with Amanda, our very good friend, Amanda Bertinelli.
That's right.
What's her last name?
Bertoncini from Long Island Princesses. She was on Bravo TV's Princesses of Long Island.
She's a ride. This chick is a ride. She's like Chrissy Pardos.
You think I'm funny? You haven't met her.
No. They're both the same.
Yeah.
I love it.
She's like my twin sister. I love her.
She totally is.
She's awesome.
Yeah. So where'd you guys go?
Oh, God. What the hell is the name of it again? I loved it. It's beautiful.
Place. It was
in Huntington Village. It's all pink and crystal chandeliers in there.
You told me the name.
The bartender's coming to our party next week, by the way. I forgot to tell you.
I love it.
And we could cater from there for the party if you guys are still looking for a caterer.
Excellent.
Guys, what's the name of it? I forgot already.
It's Inter something?
IMC?
IMC?
IMC in Huntington Village. Okay. Just Google it. Amazing. Beautiful.
Pink?
Best food I've ever eaten in my life.
What'd you eat?
I had an omelet. Hash browns.
How can you get an omelet wrong?
It was amazing. I'm just telling you. Just trust me. I'm very picky about food.
Did you have a cocktail?
Just trust me.
Did you have a cocktail?
I had a Bellini.
Oh, okay. All right.
About 3 of them. Maybe 4.5. I don't know. Meanwhile, Amanda's on her first one. I'm on my 4th. She's like, I got to stop. I'm like, what? I'm on my 4th.
Like, I can't hear you. I'm still drinking.
Exactly.
I love it.
It was lovely there. We got to go.
All right, cool.
We got to do our date night.
It's on our list. Yes. We love Amanda, so shout out to Amanda.
Yes.
We love her.
And Joseph.
And Joseph, her honeys. Not my honeys, her honeys. My
Joseph. So you guys were in Greece.
We just had an amazing time. Yes.
Beautiful. So it looked like a postcard.
It was really amazing. And anyone who's interested in going to Greece, I will say you must go. We actually
Michael, will you take me?
We actually hung out at an island off Greece, which is Mykonos, which is a big party island. I mean, look at that was our hotel.
Oh my God!
Is that not gorgeous? Is that not gorgeous? Damn!
Congratulations, guys.
So that was our hotel. We have that was our room. So that was the outside balcony. You can keep going. That was our balcony. Hello, we had our own pool.
I would just sit there all day.
So a shout out to Vanessa and her honeys because she was our neighboring person in the room next to us, and we hung out, had a great time.
So you made friends, you hung out with them?
We made friends, they were awesome, we had such a blast, and that is the infinity pool that we were hanging out.
I love those.
Right? That was our back picture. That was the best.
Who took your back picture?
Vanessa. Thank you, Vanessa.
Yeah. You should have the sombrero.
I know. We didn't have a freaking sombrero. We didn't have a sombrero. What can I tell you? That was us. That was the back scenery. It was gorgeous.
Look at it. It looks like a postcard.
It does. It was so gorgeous. I have to say, you have to go.
How was the flight? Were you like, hurry up?
Well, it was a long flight. It was 9 hours.
Oh, my God.
You know, you like doing games on the
Were you guys playing like Uno and stuff?
Yeah, we were playing like word games.
Right, slapjack on the plane?
Movies. Yeah, of course.
52 pickup?
Stuff.
You mean Jeff get them, pick them?
No, but what happens, so our hotel had a nice little cute beach.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Which was cool. Go ahead. And then we took this yacht tour around the southern islands of Greece, which was gorgeous.
Was it just you two on the yacht?
We were with a couple of other couples. Aww. It was 6 people in total. It was amazing. And this is the dinghy they brought us to the yacht, which was a little frightening, but we made it. It was
really?
fun. I mean, it was a dinghy this big.
Yeah, but you never did kayaking or anything?
I mean, we did, but like, you know.
All right.
I was like, whatever.
That's nothing to be scared of.
And that was us, of course. We were there.
On the yacht? That's on the yacht?
On the yacht. That's us on the yacht right there.
You didn't get the other couples.
Night,
yeah, baby.
Richard.
I love that you represented overseas.
Come
Thank
you. Of course. And that was Little Venice.
That's
They have
beautiful.
a part Little Venice where there was like a bunch of bars and stuff.
Did you bar hop there?
Of course. Come on.
Did they have Tito's? Most important question. Oh my God.
Freaking Tito. I don't know what I was drinking all week.
Really?
We got the zombie. We got this. We
got
that. I know. You know what?
Did you bring any home?
No.
Great, guys.
We said, can we have a double? You're like, oh, you want the zombie? We're like, yeah, have the zombie.
A zombie means a double?
Yeah, but I was still normal, so I don't know what it means.
I was still normal to you. Jeff was like, all right.
So anyway, we had an amazing time in Greece. I have to say again, if you're wondering where to go and you need a hot spot, Mykonos is the place to go. And we actually stayed at Petasos. Did I get that right? Petasos.
Yes.
Petasos.
Me and Michael are going.
Yeah, you got to check it out. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous resort. They have a great pool. They have a beach area. You can upgrade to the room with the pool inside.
Yep, we're doing that, Michael.
So super cool. You got to check it out. Petasos and Mykonos, the place to be.
I love it. Gorgeous.
Yeah. Gorge. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about my best.
No, we didn't. Hold on.
I forgot about everything. Good.
And they want to do a big shout out to Rock and Wellness. The only way we can keep it going, especially with Mykonos 9-hour flights, everything else. So that's our nutritional shake of choice for date night. So make sure you check it out.
Superfood smoothie. It's amazing. Gives you energy. And I always need energy. I drink it every morning.
Me too. I do it midday.
I like the chocolate. I know you like the vanilla mocha.
I like both. I like both now.
I've been doing the frozen strawberries and the chocolate with raw cacao now.
Wait, you added
raw cacao is good. It speeds up your metabolism.
But wait, you add it in there?
Yeah, and just do a little teaspoon.
Oh, really?
In it. Yep.
I love it. So check out rockandwellness.com.
Unsweetened almond milk, delicious.
I know. That's the key.
That's right.
Throwing strawberries, bananas.
A little bit of strawberries, not too much. You don't want the sugar.
No, but that's not bad. It's like a chocolate cup of strawberry.
Sugar.
I know, whatever.
Gives you energy, though. That's all you need to know.
Right. So I do it midday because I work late, sometimes at night with clients. So that just kind of keeps it going, and it's great. I
like to do it in the morning. Delicious. Rock and Wellness. Go to rockandwellness.com.
That's right. And then also a big shout out to Sonoma.
That's right.
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Sonoma.
No, you did it. Sonoma Group. He did our beautiful cups. Is mine peeling off? A little bit. Phil, we need more cups. Yeah. It's peeling off. But anyway, Sonoma Group. So if you need any business attire, he does everything. He does step and repeats too. We need a new step and repeat.
Perfect.
So you can just go to sdipromo.com. I love these cups. Perfect color for us.
Perfect color.
Perfect for Dana, and they're washable. You can put them in the dishwasher. Although Connie put them too much in the dishwasher now.
Listen, we went from solo cups, which is called the garbage, to these cups. So I appreciate them, but they're all going in the dishwasher. I'm not cleaning them.
Shoot, you're not supposed to put them in there. You're supposed to hand wash all
and our housekeeper only comes once every 2 weeks. So.
All right.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
Anywho, they're gorgeous. We love them. Our beautiful pink cups.
So
don't forget, subscribe to us, Date Night with Connie and Chrissy on Facebook. Go like our page, Date Night with Connie and Chrissy, YouTube, Twitter, and every other place. Instagram as well.
That's right.
That's right. And we're ready for my Star Loving Life tip of the day. Yeah. This is a good one. This is a really good one. They're always good. So being happy isn't about feeling great all the time. Being happy is knowing you have the power to change your life with your mind and actually doing something about it.
I saw you post that today.
Did you like it?
I loved
oh my God, I love it.
I wrote that I love it.
All right, so many times people are like, oh, you know, life is hard, life is this, and you can't be happy all the time. And you know what? They're absolutely right. There are some things you're going to encounter that's going to question your life and question how happiness works. But the bottom line is, once you know that you create your life with your mindset and your positive perspective, you don't really get hung up on stuff like that. Because you're like, wow, you know, if I'm in a crappy place, if I start focusing on the things in my life that are good, I can really shift it. So it's all about your positive mindset.
Agreed.
So that's what it's about. So once you understand it's all about your positive mindset, you're like, whatever, bring it on. Because life could be amazing. A lot of
people don't know how to do that. That's the problem.
Exactly. So
they dwell on the negative.
That's when you go to starlovinglife.com and you learn how to be more positive. That's how it works. So go check it out, starlovinglife.com.
All right, my bestie of the week. I love this.
Me
because
too.
Connie and I, oh wait, we forgot to do a picture, guys. We got to do a picture with these. My bestie of the week, I love this because we both love dessert.
How gorgeous.
We love alcohol and we love dessert. So Lily Spots NYC. If you're doing a special event, if you want to put a nice message on some mini cupcakes, it has our faces on it if you can't see. And our guest, Michael Garofalo from The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise, is on the cupcakes.
Yeah.
Amazing. So if you're doing a special event, if you want to put your logo for your business, if you're promoting your business, if you're wanting to write a message like, will you marry me? Will you accept this rose?
That's right.
Lily Spots.
That's good.
Yeah. She should do that. I wonder if she ever did that before. But she's been featured everywhere. Bravo TV, Watch What Happens Live, which we love, Andy Cohen.
Yep, we love Andy Cohen.
The E! Channel, OK, Extra, look at it everywhere. All the celebrities are getting these things. They're amazing. And we're going to try it live on the air. And we have to do a picture, though, too, Michael.
So we'll try it live
before
later.
Michael jumps on the Long Island Railroad after the show.
And we love it because it's bite-sized.
And yes, it's bite-sized. That's what I love. So how many calories do you think it is? I don't think it's many, guys.
We don't do calories, so it doesn't matter.
That's right. You do Atkins, right?
Yeah,
you follow the Atkins?
Yeah, I don't care about calories.
So you want to head over to lilyspots.com. And this is like the best. I love this. I'm going to eat Michael.
And just imagine for a date night, right? Or a date.
I'm going to eat Michael. Good.
You're dating a chick for a long time and you want to get her a cute gift. This is like amazing.
I know. If you want to say, will you marry me?
Or not even that. Like, I think I like you.
I want to break up with you?
Yeah.
I want to break up with you, cupcakes. That's a good idea. I'm eating Michael.
I love it, but it's not working out. Oh, I love it.
Michael, you taste delicious.
This is like, what is it, velvet?
That's red velvet.
Oh,
I ate the confetti one.
My favorite.
The confetti one is my favorite.
Wow.
Amazing. Look at it. And there it is.
There it is.
This is amazing. This might be the best cupcake I ever tasted in my life. I swear to God.
It's like a shot.
Yeah, but
of a cupcake.
You know what I find?
Yeah.
When you don't make your cake at home or a cupcake at home, when you get it in a bakery, it tastes different.
It totally does.
Right? Am I right, audience?
That goes with the food you cook,
This does not taste like, I swear to God. This tastes like I made it at home. It's delicious.
It is delicious.
I'm very picky about that.
Really?
Everybody doesn't very picky about food.
I love it because it's like the right size, and it's not like, it's satisfying, it's good.
Delicious.
I'm not going to screw up my diet.
That's what she said. He's stealing my line, guys.
Oh, my.
My guest is stealing my line, and
it's the right size.
It's the right size. That's what she said. Yeah. It fits in perfectly in my mouth.
It tastes delicious. That's what
it fits in my mouth perfectly.
Oh, my God.
All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial. Jeff is looking down at his laptop.
My mom is watching that.
All right, we love your mom. So go to spotsnyc.com. Spotsnyc.com. Go order your mini cupcakes today with your logo, message, picture, anything.
Put anything
they could do anything.
on it. It's adorable.
It's delicious. I love it.
Great
and Lily
idea.
is the owner. I love her. She's a sweetheart. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with Mike Garofalo from Bachelorette Season 9 and Bachelor in Paradise Season 2. I can't wait. I have so many questions for him.
Yeah.
think there's a lot of things that make Tito's vodka different. We like to make vodka with some body in it, so it kind of tells a little story. The pot still is a big part of it. To get it just right, we distill it 6 times. We use 100% corn, it's gluten-free. Won the Ultimate Cocktail Challenge, Best Vodka and Tonic. Won the World Spirits Competition, unanimous judge's choice. Best vodka out of 72 vodkas. There's nothing better out there. If I found a better vodka, I'd drink it.
Yeah, we're back. Date Night with Connie Christie. Michael Garofalo, very handsome, by the way.
Thank you.
Very tall. I wasn't expecting you to be this tall.
Tall is good, right?
No, that's a compliment, but I just thought you were short when I watched you on TV.
Okay.
You don't seem happy about that.
That's good. I want to be taller, and of course, viewers at home, don't trust your eyes. Trust Christy in saying that I'm handsome. That's
He's so handsome.
Number one. Yeah.
I swiped you right on Bumble.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
When you come up eventually, I'm gonna definitely.
I'm never gonna
right
come
as
up.
well.
I deactivate.
I just want to start. I do want to say something.
Oh, okay.
I was so excited to be here that I wanted it to be on Thursday. I did not want it to be on Friday. So
you should have did it next Friday.
I know I got some flack for not doing a Friday, but really I was just so excited. I was like, why put off until Friday what can be accomplished on Thursday?
We just didn't want you to miss
that.
out.
Was in a fortune cookie I read from a great Chinese food place on Long Island called Chinese Food.
We just didn't want you to miss out on the after party. We do big after parties at date night.
Yeah.
We do karaoke.
We
wanted you. I knew you were going to be a fun guy.
The current party is so good. I don't even need an after party. I am drinking Casamigos on the rocks. Casamigos. George Clooney does not need more money, and they are not even a sponsor. But that's what I'm drinking, and it's fantastic.
And who got it for you, Michael?
Chrissy and Connie.
Well, Chrissy did.
Okay, or just Chrissy.
Chrissy and Chrissy. You're very welcome.
Okay.
I had no idea George Clooney had a tequila.
Yeah, George Clooney and Randy Gerber.
I love Randy, actually.
Together,
I had no idea.
I don't know if they do it together. It's none of my business.
He's married. He's such a lawyer.
He's married.
It's none of my business. I won't get involved.
Well, they should do it together. I don't know if George and Randy do it together. It's really just none of my business. It's not part of the show.
He's a lawyer, by the way, so that's why he's going to be very diplomatic.
No, they're not.
That's not diplomatic. That was an inappropriate joke. Did you get?
No, I didn't get it. It went over my head.
Forget it.
I'm
Forget
3
it.
Tito's in. All right, so.
All right, let's get to it.
Feeling very verklempt. I'm very, very verklempt right now.
I like your sense of humor.
Thank you.
I didn't think you were funny. I didn't know that.
No, I'm not.
You seemed very serious
I'm not funny.
on the shows.
I'm not funny. No one laugh.
Now you're going to make me laugh. You were on season 9 of The Bachelorette, Desiree Hartsock. Am I saying her name right?
Hartsock, yeah.
Hartsock,
now Siegfried. Okay. Now Siegfried.
I know, married, and I loved him.
Happily married with a 9-month-old named Asher, who is adorable.
Oh, I like that name.
Asher, yeah. I just visited them in Seattle a few weeks ago.
So you still stay in touch with them?
Still stay in touch.
Nice.
Chris was one of my best friends from the show.
I always loved him the most out of everybody.
Did she marry someone from the show?
Yes, and they are happy and have a beautiful 9-month-old boy and who's bigger than his father. Asher's like this. He's 9 months old, but he looks like he's 19 years old. I mean, he's huge.
So wait, how did you even end up on The Bachelorette? We'll go to The Bachelor in Paradise, but just I know it's going back a long ways.
Yeah.
Let's just quickly.
I'm very irrelevant at this point. So we're going way back.
No.
But for people who don't know.
No. For people who don't know, I have always dreamed of being on the Connie and Chrissy date night show.
That's right.
And I thought my only chance of being a guest on the show was if I did The Bachelorette with ABC. And so I did The Bachelorette with ABC, hoping that someday I would get the invitation to come to Woodbury to Date Night Studios and to do this. And so that's the answer to that question.
I love it.
No, really, how'd you end up on The Bachelorette?
Okay. So at the time I did The Bachelorette, I was a federal prosecutor with the United States Department of Justice.
Wow.
And so I was nominated by 4 different platonic girlfriends of mine, who none of whom know one another, and they all nominated me online and submitted photos. And I got a call from ABC Casting saying, "Hey, Michael, this is so and so from ABC Casting." You know,
so you had no idea that they were submitting.
This is Movie Phone, like that kind of voice.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
Exactly.
From Seinfeld.
Why don't you just tell me the name of the movie you'd like to see?
Oh my God, I love that. That was my favorite.
That kind of thing. And they're like, "Well, you have 4 friends who nominated you, and you don't look horribly ugly in your photos, and so." Why don't you come to an open casting call we have in Orlando?
Ugly.
on like next Wednesday. And I was like, well, number one, I live in Miami, not Orlando. Number two, a Wednesday, like I have a real job. I'm a federal prosecutor. Like there's no way I'm getting off on a Wednesday. I'm in court every day. And number three, just no. So hung up the phone.
Number three, just no.
Called up these 4 friends whom I, adore.
And you were like, what'd you guys do to me? What'd you guys put me into?
And they were like, oh my God, no way, you got called. Like, and at the time I was going through a very bad breakup. I was really down in the dumps. And they were like, look, you need this. If you can take the day off, do it. And at least it'll be a story. It'll get your mind off of things. And as fate would have it, that next Wednesday, my hearings and things that I had on my calendar were postponed or continued to a later date. And so I took a sick day and I drove up to Orlando in shorts and a t-shirt in the parking lot. I stripped down to my boxers, put on a suit and a tie, and went in on camera for about an hour, did an interview, and then from there it was, I got callback after callback, and then I got flown out to LA, and then it was
from
nervous? 50 to 25. And no, I wasn't really nervous because I was like, look, with my job, there's no chance in hell that I'm going to do this. And this is a free trip to LA. So wonderful. I've already won. I got a free trip to LA.
So it wasn't like you were really wanting it. It was whatever, I'll just go along for the ride.
No, of course. I was being genuine and honest in what was being asked, and I was being myself. And I had no, at that time it was before you could be an Instagram celebrity and be paid to hawk teeth whitener and flat tummy tea and
I wanted to talk
310 protein shake. So at that time I was like, look, something is pulling me in this direction. I'm not sure what it is. Love has never worked out for me in the past. Maybe through this, even if it doesn't work out with The Bachelorette, maybe through this network of people I'm about to meet or be exposed to, or, for example, had I not been on that show, I wouldn't be here tonight.
Correct.
So you never know where this might lead. It might, and I was like, maybe it's meant to be. And so,
did you have any interest in Desiree when you found out it was her?
Yes, of course. I mean, Desiree is amazing. She's awesome. She's pretty. She's smart. She's fun. She's a cool girl. Yeah, by far. Yeah, I liked her. She was one of the girls that I was hoping it would be. So when I went through it, and finally when they gave me the call and said, "Hey, guess what? We'd like you to be one of our 25 gentlemen on night one."
That's crazy.
And I was like, okay, well, here's the problem. I work for the United States Department of Justice. There's no chance that they're going to let me do this. I was like, but now that I have the official offer, I'll at least
try.
Ask. I'll at least ask and see, because I'm not leaving my job.
How do you ask your boss that, I'm going
to
go on this
so that was interesting. That's part of what makes the story so great is this interaction I had with the then U.S. Attorney of the Southern District of Florida, Wilfredo Ferrer, who is still a good friend of mine. He has this huge panoramic office in the United States Attorney's Office that looks at South Beach and downtown Miami, and he comes around from his desk and sits next to me, and he goes, "Please tell me you're not quitting." Aww. And I said, "Look," I'm not quitting, because I was one of his first hires when he was appointed by President Obama to be the United States Attorney. And I said, "Look, I'm not quitting, but I have this interesting opportunity. I want to run it by you." And as he was listening, he was like, "Wow, well, I understand. Of course they would want you. You're a catch, and you're a great guy, and you have my approval. And let's just see if we can transfer your cases." And
because most people are like, ugh.
So it went all the way up through the Ethics Committee for the Department of Justice, through Washington, D.C., and then there was ultimately a letter signed by the Office of Attorney General Eric Holder at the time, giving me permission to do non-paid.
So it's non-paid?
It's not paid. The Bachelorette doesn't pay you.
I was going to ask you that.
It doesn't pay. It's all expenses paid, but they don't actually give you a salary. And then it's non-legal, so I'm not there to give legal advice. I'm not there to, outside, activity or whatever they called it. Yeah. Right. And ultimately, I got permission, and I said, well, look, if I don't have the money right now as a government employee to travel much, so I might as well take advantage of this and see where it leads,
Now, were you really going on there though to find love, or were you more like, all right, well, I can get on TV? Was it more like, tell us?
No, it's a good question. I think I was, like I said, I think I was like I'm not sure where this is going to lead, but maybe nothing else has ever worked out for me in the past.
So you were really genuinely
So I was genuinely there, hoping that maybe this is what was meant to be. Maybe this is what sort of, maybe this is what God's plan for me was, or in the alternative, maybe through this experience, I'm going to meet so many new people, and through their network, and through this new network now that I'm exposed to, whether it's from this season or from past seasons or from future seasons or from, sisters and friends of cast members and things like that, and that I became friends with, that this was going to lead to something. So it was based in love. It's not like today where cast members. I wasn't trying to be an actor. I wasn't trying to monetize my Instagram. At that time, Instagram was a very new thing in 2013. I wasn't trying to make money. I wasn't trying to be famous. I went back to my job immediately as soon as I was sent home to being an assistant United States attorney, a federal prosecutor. So it was nothing. I really was there for the right reasons.
And not a lot of people are.
Right, and I will say, like,
not a lot of people are today. I think at that time people were. I think people were. Were there to see what would happen, or at least they were. If they were there for the wrong reasons, it was to travel. Or to just be on TV.
So weird.
Now it's a different ball game, and it's a different sort of dynamic with that franchise.
Why, you think people are not there for the right reasons now? All right, go ahead.
Wait. So I will say though, kudos to you if you had 4 girlfriends that recommended you for this.
Yeah, that was really nice.
I mean, who does that, right?
Yeah.
Like they actually got you involved in.
And they don't even know one another. That's the thing. It's not like
weird.
It's not like they got together. It's not like one night Connie and Chrissy got together and were like, let's nominate Michael.
They had an intervention. They're like, guys, I think Michael's a nice looking guy. Let's get him.
Yeah, they none of them knew one another at the time, and so it was kind of funny and
it's flattering too because it says what you are, who you are as a guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
It says I'm the last of their friends that's able to find love. That's what it says.
You're a catch. You know you're a catch. Come on, man.
So, Michael, you get chosen for this. What's the process? So you have to go to where and for how long? And, what's the process?
Like the interview process, in other words, to get on the show?
Yeah, So
I drove from Miami to Orlando. Then they came to Miami twice to interview me in Miami. And then they flew me out to Los Angeles. Excuse me. And I was in a hotel for a weekend. Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, so a 3-day weekend, and they give you a psychology test and a psychological exam and a blood test and a urine test. They're testing for sexually transmitted diseases. They're testing for drug use, and and there are also multiple rounds of interviews, including one sort of final interview where you walk into a room that seems like you're in a one-on-one interview, but it turns out that there is a stadium full of producers who are also watching, and then you are brought out into the stadium and you're seated in a chair and you're looking out into sort of a stadium seating into all these producers that are all getting up and firing questions like a firing squad.
What are some of the questions? Any that you like?
No, it was a lot. It was a lot to do about my current occupation, because they were like, is there ever a chance that you would be able to do this show even? And one of the producers knew that I went to the University of Notre Dame, and at the time it was the whole like Manti Te'o fake girlfriend story. There was a story about a Notre Dame football player at the time we were in the national championship game who had this girlfriend who was a catfish the entire time. Turned out she wasn't real. Yep. So he was asking me about that and about the invisible girlfriend. I was like, well, even an invisible girlfriend's more of a girlfriend than I have right now, because I have nothing. So,
So everybody goes through that process?
Yeah, at that time. They may have changed it since then. I don't know, but
that's intense.
Everyone goes that.
Were you sweating? Were you like, holy crap?
No, to like. Not
to
like, this sound arrogant, but I was a federal prosecutor at the time,
right,
so like nothing like makes me sweat like the way defense attorneys who are representing their clients would make me sweat as a prosecutor or federal judges. So this was like fun, and I, like I said, I didn't really have any sort of thoughts that this would actually come to pass. So I was just able to be very calm and comfortable through the whole thing.
So you get off The Bachelorette, and then you get offered Bachelor in Paradise.
So they wanted me to do Bachelor in Paradise season 1, okay?
Right.
Season 1, I was still a federal prosecutor at the time. I had started dating someone that I cared about very much. And also on season 1 was a girl that I had dated briefly, and also someone who was on my season that I didn't really like, a gentleman that I didn't really like that much. And I was like, you know what?
Wait, was that the Ben guy?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah. So he was on season 1, and also a girl that I dated that I'm good friends with still to this day, which is Ashley Frazier, was on season 1, and I was
so
like,
you dated her during season 1?
No, I dated her
after.
before that. After my time on The Bachelorette and before, so they wanted me to do season 1, and I was asked about
Bachelor
it.
in Paradise, they wanted him to do season 1.
But I was dating someone for real in Miami,
so you
and I said no because I really liked this girl, and because
most people were leaving their girlfriends and boyfriends behind to be like, all right, I got an offer to go on Bachelor in Paradise.
That
See ya.
seems to be the trend, but I wasn't into that. I really, I'm also a lot older than these people, so I when I find someone that I'm genuinely interested in, which is rare, I want to see that through, and I really did care about that girl, and so it ultimately things didn't work out, but anyway. So that was season 1. So then I had left that job to do the job that I'm still currently doing right now as general counsel of a company. And when they offered me season 2, I said, let me talk it over with my business partners and let me see what they say. And of course they were like, we would be mad if you didn't do it. They're like,
awesome.
If we get to watch you on TV and make fun of you again, you need to do this. And there was one girl I sort of had my eye on.
Tenley?
Who was friend. Yes.
Tell everybody, Tenley.
Okay. Who was someone
I watched every season, guys. I know.
Someone I had met already, and so I was like, okay, well, if I'm there and she's there, and we had kept in touch just as friends, and she told me she was going to be there, and I said, well, if she's going to be there, at least I know this is the person I would take on a date, and this is, and they, they'd asked me to be like original cast, which is a lot more of a commitment. And I said no because I have a job, and so I want to come in later on in the season so that I, have less time there. I just want to take Tenley on a date and see where that goes.
So you could have been there from the beginning.
Could have been there from the beginning, and I politely declined.
So how does that work? So they fly you in, they put you set you up in a hotel until you're ready to.
You're in a hotel in Puerto Vallarta, and then you are a day before you're told, okay, Michael G, tomorrow's the day you go on, are you ready? And it's like, yeah, of course.
But what are you doing all that time before? And are you hanging out with people?
I'm watching the NBA Finals.
Are you watching Date Night with Connie?
I was watching watching that, and of course.
So you can't go out? You can't leave the hotel?
No, but you have now. Look, I mean, The Bachelorette's very much like a high school field trip as far as very regimented. Once you've been there, done that, it's a lot more laid back, and you have a lot more time to interact and go to the gym and just walk the premises and do things like that. And so it was fine. It was I was just ordering room service. I was I was it was the first Cavs versus Golden State Warriors NBA final series. So I was watching that in Spanish. In Espanol.
Spanish.
Yeah, El Baloncesto. Yeah.
And then Chris Harrison comes, knocks on your door. All right, Michael, we're ready for you.
Yeah.
So then, what is it like when you walk in? Are you were you nervous? What was your experience like when you first walk into?
Well,
Paris?
definitely was sweaty because it was very hot there.
I always hear that.
It was very, very, very hot, very humid in that area of Mexico in June when it films. Everyone else was already drunk at the bar when I got there. It was during the day, hot sun beating down, and I sort of was laser focused on asking Tenley if she would go on a date with me because I had a date card, and that was really it. And I wasn't, I had some guys there that I already knew from my season of The Bachelorette, and asked them what the rundown was and asked for advice from different producers that I already knew. And she was already
dating.
She had already gone on a date twice. I guess she was on the chopping block. She was saved, and I guess she had already gone on. Then in a short period of time, she had gone on 2 dates very rapidly.
Okay.
And so I was a little late in the in the process, but we had a great date. We had a great time.
You did the mariachi band came out.
The mariachis came out, 100 mariachis.
You were in water, you were standing.
Yeah, she knows.
I watched everything, guys.
Now, hold on. So you're on camera for the first time. Yeah. Is that weird? So you're on a date, whether it's on The Bachelor, Bachelorette.
Yeah, is the camera right here?
Right. Is it weird that you have a camera in your face? Are you thinking to yourself, can I be myself? Am I, how does that feel?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel really awkward right now with this camera right here. I'm not sure how to answer that. What do I say here?
Look at the red light.
I know.
Remember the Brady Bunch episode?
So
no, I think, look.
For the first time, think about it.
You try to just tune it out, and if you are a person that is capable of tuning out the noise, it's fine. Also, as the show goes on, the person behind the camera, you get to know that person. You know?
Okay,
So it's like you're here with like a guy you know.
Right.
You're here with a producer you know.
I'm like, hey,
you're here with
James.
people you know.
Cares.
Yeah. So it's like you become less uncomfortable. You're not like you're not thinking, oh my God, this is going to be on ABC in prime time and go out to millions.
Of people.
You're just kind of like, okay, I know the producer's names and you know the camera guy's name, the sound and the you know, and so you're just like, okay, this is like a date that I'm on with tons of chaperones, so it's a little awkward in that sense. But
so can you be natural? Are you thinking about what you're going to say before you say it, or are you just like?
I didn't think about what I was going to say before I said it, but can you be natural? I mean, like you.
Is it calculated what you do?
No, I think when you're like looking at a person that you're interested in, you're like looking in her eyes, like you lose that. I think you do, and I think. People are like, I can never do that. I mean, I hear that all over, over and over again, which is like, I can never do that with a camera. But like, when you really,
you sound like you just smoked the carpet cigarettes with you.
Jesus, I'm
That's right. It's right.
Sorry.
It's right. Don't worry about it. Nah, they can't see it anyway. You're so tall anyway. We can't see it.
No, I don't think that's true. I think when you're into someone, you lose the everything disappears, and you can focus on that person, and you can. Certainly, these people are here, and you can look. They can edit it however they want, and so you can turn, which I've done. You can have a discussion and be like, "Oh, what's the name of that?" And then you could be like, "Hey, Vince, what was the name of that guy again?" "Oh, right, yep." So, like I said, and you've
done that.
Yes, of course. So you can be normal. Let them do the job of making a great television show, which they're very good at doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are some people who are like, oh my God, you can't do this, you can't wear sunglasses, you can't say this, you can't, and they're all nervous. But it's like, they'll cut it out. If you don't want to, if it's something that shouldn't be shown on the television show, if it's something that they think is quote unquote against the rules, they'll cut it out. So just say what you want to say, be a human being, be like, yeah, this is weird. There's all these dudes here and cameras.
That's what I would say.
They're not going to show that part. They're going to cut that out of that part of your conversation. But you can, one-on-one in real time, you can very much be a human being and acknowledge that there are cameras here and producers here.
But do you think you can really fall in love in that setting? Like, how many weeks are you guys really there in Paradise?
Paradise is 4 weeks.
So that's not a lot of time. Do you think, obviously people have gotten married though from it and engaged. Yes. Do you think it's really possible to fall in love that quickly?
I do. I do think it's possible. I don't think it's for everyone. I don't think, obviously, it should be happening as often as it is on that show. You're asking me if it's possible, and I think it is possible.
That's not really a long time.
I think when you know, you know.
Yeah.
I think when you know, and I think
I agree with you on that.
Excuse me, are some people, and I was there with Jade and Tanner.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that I recognized, even my short time there, I recognized very quickly and even said something to Tanner, whom I genuinely like, and and Jade as well. I said, she's really into you. I can tell. I can tell by the way she laughs at your jokes. Because, Tanner's not very funny.
No, he's very
Jade
dry.
was laughing at all her jokes.
He's very dry.
So at all of his jokes. No, he's very funny, actually.
No,
so
but he's
witty. He's good. He's very
serious
funny.
and dry.
No, but I'm just saying, like, when you hear someone laughing the way she was laughing at his jokes and encouraging it, like, I could just tell there was something there. And I was there very early on for their, in their relationship, but I could just tell. And the same, the same with Carly and Evan, and they're doing very well. And I'm very good friends with Carly's brother Zach. He was from my season, and
I love Evan
he's married
Carly.
and he has a baby now. And I went to their wedding as well. And
you went to Charlene's wedding.
I went to Charlene's wedding on Friday. Charlene married Andy, who's also another good friend of mine.
I know.
So there are, so this is what you don't hear about is that there are people finding love in that world.
And that's great.
And it is great. And look, and so I think most people can't find love in that setting, but I think sometimes that for some people it's, I want to meet someone in the frozen food section of Whole Foods, like that's my idea, or the antique bookstore in the Starbucks or like whatever. But for some people this works, for some people going on these romantic dates and being forced to spend that time together with no books and music and phones. Yeah.
Are you really drinking all day? Like, I want to know that part. Like, are producers being like, you're drinking too much?
Like
are you guys like literally waking up in the morning like, all right, let's start drinking? Like, what is it? I mean,
I feel like I've drank more on the Connie and Chrissy date night show, but
I love this guy. Of course you're going to.
But no, some people do drink all day. There are new rules.
That was great.
There are new rules after the latest incident in Bachelor in Paradise where there's a 2-drink per hour minimum. But when I was there, that was not the case.
Don't rush over that quickly. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So there's a 2-drink minimum
per hour.
Per hour. Well,
what
was it like when you were there?
2-drink maximum.
So what was it like when you were there?
That would be a different story.
So whatever, it was a free-for-all? It was a free-for-all?
You need to have another drink.
Why does he keep sounding like Marge Simpson? So when you were there, it was a free-for-all. You could just drink however much you want.
You could drink however much you wanted.
You wake up so what was it like? You wake up in the morning, you guys start drinking, what was it like?
Yeah, you wake up in the morning, you go have something to eat. There was a nice breakfast.
What'd you have, an omelet? I didn't even get to question 5 yet.
Not the IMC omelet. I did not have the best omelet ever.
I'm saying the right name. All right,
Who
so
knows?
God, you're from Long Island.
I am. Lindenhurst, yeah.
So you guys drank a lot. Are producers being like, all right, stop it? Like, what are producers doing the whole time? Are they trying to push storylines?
Right, are they trying to encourage like drama or
like go talk to Chrissy?
Connection?
Like if I was on the show, you would like go make out with Chrissy right now. I would love it. I would accept it.
I mean,
challenge accepted.
Some of them are, but I think like for on Paradise at least,
yes.
they know you guys already, and so like I'm not going to respond to a producer I've never met that's telling me to do things that are out of my character. Oh. There were certain producers there that with whom I still have a great relationship, and they would be like, hey, Michael G, come here for a second. This is the situation, blah, 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 like here, take it or leave it. I so personally, some people have different versions of their time, but I was not pushed, I was not pressured, I was not,
They didn't make you try to say certain things.
Nope.
That's great.
They didn't try to force alcohol.
On The Bachelorette, a little bit, and I would, and there would be sort of a negotiation process. It would be like, look, what are you trying to make me say? And they would say this, and I'd be like, okay, well, what if I said this instead? And they were like, oh, yeah, that works. And I'm like, okay, perfect. That sounds like something more that I would say. I agree with that. So there was a little bit of that in The Bachelorette, and that's like getting to know people and getting to, you're new to this. But Bachelor in Paradise is a little different. They sort of just like, wind you up and let you go. I mean,
they're like, all right, go to the bar, get some drinks, go make out with each other and cause problems.
So now, did you watch it when you got home?
Of course, yeah.
And so what'd you think about it? Were you how you thought you were when you were filming?
Were you like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that?
Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, there are certain situations where you're watching yourself back and you're like, man, I got a little too caught up in what was going on there and a little too, sort of...
What, like on The Bachelorette when you had a fight with Ben? That guy was that guy was a douche anyway.
He was.
I was rooting for you when you did that.
Is. But the point is that it's like, this is... Why are you getting... Like, you're bugged, and at the time I thought I was sort of the voice of everyone that was not even... just the other guys in the house who they were all sort of on my side on this and couldn't stand him, but also he was also sort of at the time rude to the PAs and the producers and things like that. And I thought I was taking a stand for what I felt was right, and I thought instead of talking about him behind his back, I was very much confrontational. But watching it back, it was awkward, and I recognized that was not the best way to be. I thought I was, but
I would have did the same thing.
I thought I was, but it was like, look, it's a TV show. This is for fun. Like maybe I took it too far for sure.
I don't think so.
And so when you watch, I appreciate that, Chris.
You're very welcome.
When I watch, when I watch it back, I think it's interesting to see what they've, they have hours and hours of footage, and it's interesting to see what they've selected to show and what they've selected to omit. And so that was like an interesting, there were times where I was a little upset that there was some great moments between myself and the lead, Desiree, that they didn't show, and then they showed every second of like my drama with Ben and my dislike for him and whatever, which I'd never watched the show before I was on it, so that's the problem. Had I known that there was this formula to it, so I recommend to anyone that wants to be on the show, do your homework, do your research, watch it before. There is a definite formula. It's not very hard to figure out. Like over and over and over again. They repeat the same formula, and that was.
Do you think the producers made the right decision though with cutting Bachelor in Paradise short with Corinne, the whole Corinne and DeMario thing? Do you think the producer did the right thing?
I think, look, I mean, obviously they restarted it and they finished the season, but I think they did do the right thing. I think any time that any producer is concerned with someone's well-being or when we're dealing with something like consent issues and potential sexual assault or whatever, and if they have any sort of, I think to be safe, better be safe than sorry, and I think that it was the right decision to end it and to have it fully vetted and investigated. And
I felt bad for DeMario though.
I did too.
His poor name got dragged through the mud. That guy.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for him too, but I think now he's sort of been vindicated. And I'm not saying who was right or wrong in that situation, but I think if a producer feels, having had the experience of seeing what goes on, that this was, sort of beyond the pale, and that this was something that raised their concerns, I think it is appropriate. And I think, look, if any of us, has a friend or a sister or a daughter or someone that's on that show, we would want them to do the same thing and to know that at least some producers are not just out to make good TV, that if something raises a red flag for them, that they're willing to pull the plug.
Yeah, that's actually a great point.
And I'm glad that it all turned out to be nothing. I'm glad it turned out to be that they're fine, and even Corinne and DeMario are fine to this day, and I'm glad. So it's a happy ending, but it would have been worse had they not. And then if the allegations came out afterwards, this happened and the producers did nothing. So I'm actually proud. I'm proud of the way it was handled. Actually, let them conduct a review and an investigation and figure out what went on.
Now, Michael, you're single.
Are you single?
Very single.
Oh, great. Well, I'm available, guys.
Very single.
You live in New York City.
I live in New York City.
I'm available for the
I'm from Long Island. I'm from Lindenhurst.
Yeah, Strong Island, baby.
Go Bulldogs.
Oh my God! Don't even say that. The fact that you remember that is.
Of course, I remember that. I mean.
They went to school together.
I still have the green sweatpants.
How did you miss this guy in high school?
But
Jesus.
But I do live in New York City now. Yeah.
So Michael, so now you're dating. Do you date online?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Wow. So what's been
look for you everywhere.
Yeah, what's been the experience with that?
Obviously, it hasn't been good since I'm still single.
You're a date though.
I'm still single. I think for me, as all of us probably, I want to meet someone organically. I think.
Yes.
I think online. I think dating apps are fine. I think it's a good way to supplement the more organic ways of meeting people. However, dating apps are just another step in the process, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you meet someone in person, even if it's for 5 minutes in Starbucks or at Whole Foods or wherever, at least you can tell, like, number one, you tell absolutely what they look like in person. Number two, you can tell if there's some chemistry or what their mannerisms are, or how they speak, or even if they're interested in you, right? You take it to the dating app and it's like, okay, you can swipe right on these photos. Everyone wants to look their best in their photos, and the great angles and the filters and things like that. And so then it's still up to that first date. You're still now going on a first date and then deciding, okay, what's the chemistry? What is this person like in real life? What is, et cetera, et cetera. So, I'd rather meet someone organically, but I think there's nothing wrong with leaving no stone unturned. Obviously, I've been on reality television to find love, so I can't argue with dating apps, and there are plenty of quality people.
Anything.
I'm open.
You're open to
it. I'm completely desperate.
Can you tell it? No, you're not. Well, I'm available. If you're that desperate, take me. What's been your
I can't do long distance, Chrissy.
Oh my God, we're not long distance.
I can't do long distance.
Man. Unbelievable, Michael. That's an excuse.
Can't do long distance.
You just don't want me. Manhattan. That's unbelievable, guys. So, what's been your worst date?
My worst date?
And then we'll talk about your best date. Because New York City, I think, is like the place to be when you're single. Like, I feel like there's so much opportunity there. It's better than Long Island. I feel like you guys have so much opportunity. Go ahead. You've had to have.
My worst date was recent. My worst date
we can't wait to
hear.
Do you say you were on The Bachelor? Do people recognize you?
Oh yeah, do they?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they
that's
don't,
weird.
For better or
tell them, or you don't say anything?
It's not something I advertise, but obviously if they...
You walk in, you're like, hey, I was on The Bachelor.
Yeah, I'm not like trust me, like that's not...
Hey, I could text Chris Harrison.
I mean, I hope that I meet someone who's open-minded enough to be like, oh wow, that sounds like it was an incredible experience, and I understand why you did it, and But hopefully you're not going to do it again, you know? And I would say, well, that's
Hopefully
up to you, you know?
It's up to you. All right, so go ahead. What happened on the worst date? And then we'll eat don't forget to eat the cupcakes at the end, guys. Go ahead.
I'm going to eat 7 of them.
You can't. Good.
Who's going to eat them
I'm not
all?
going to give it away live on the air.
The worst date was a girl I took to a recent Mets-Cubs game at Citi Field. I'm a big suffering Mets fan.
It's all right.
Yeah,
I'm a Jets fan, so I understand.
The only thing worse than my dating life is my love for the Mets. That's the only.
That's all right. I have a Mets shirt. I could have went with you.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
bad.
Yeah,
it would have been better than this date, trust me.
All right, maybe next time. Good.
So we go to this game. The Mets are losing 8-0 in like the third inning. Of course, typical. She had a friend there, so we're there. So of course, like tickets are on me. We're buying drinks. We're buying. No, well, yeah, the mason
Tito's
jar.
Bar there. You guys got the nice
mason jar.
You got the nice mason jar.
But we're drinking tequila on the rocks.
Oh,
we're not
nice.
drinking
Okay.
Tito's. But yeah, there's the Tito's bar.
She had a friend there?
She had a friend there, and she was like, "Let's go meet up with my." And I was like, "Yeah, we're walking around. It's 8-0.
Okay.
I don't care. Let's go meet up with this friend." This friend was a complete. It's a female friend of hers was a complete jerk to me from like the start. I don't know why she was being like she was trying to be like antagonistic to be funny, and then we ended up sitting down, and I'm like talking to the group of people she's with, and she sort of whispers loudly to the girl I'm on the date with, like, "I don't like this guy for you. Like, you can do better." Like something along those lines, which is like right in my face. And then, lo and behold, and I'm not going to get into the specifics, but let's just say that the date who was sitting next to me, we're now at her friend's seats, was like, "Oh, Michael's political views are a lot different than yours." And then we get into like
who talks about that at a Met game?
Then we get into this, and she's very much in my face about her political views, and I
oh my God,
tell her, "Congratulations, I'm sure that was the highlight of your life and will always be the highlight of your life." And so from there, I was like, "Let me." I was like, "Look, I think I want to go back to my seat." And she was like, "Well, I was like, you can stay here with your friend for a little bit. I understand, but like your friend is being a jerk to me." And she's like, "Well, that's just how she is." And I was like,
"Okay.
Well, then she's a terrible person.
Exactly.
Like, if that's how she is, like if this isn't like out of character, if this is how she is, then maybe it's on you a little bit."
Right.
But I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go back to the seats."
I would have stuck up for you if I was her.
I'm gonna go back to the seats, which so it's up to you. And she's like, "Well, I think I'm gonna stay here." So I went back to the seats. It was like, then I watched like the rest of the game.
Instead of going with you?
Yeah.
I hate her. I hate everything about her.
I hate her too.
We hate you.
No, I don't hate her. She did
How do you do that?
It wasn't the right thing. It wasn't going to be.
Who cares?
It wasn't going to be the love of my life.
Good riddance.
But it was a bad date. You asked me. You asked me
that
for a bad
makes me
date.
angry.
It
though.
was a bad
I would have
date.
knocked her out. All right, hold on. What was the best date you ever had before we go?
Still waiting for it.
Oh, guys, I might be it. Where do you want me to take you?
That would be the worst.
You want me to take you to Texas?
What is it?
We go to Tito's tour?
I do not want to go back to Texas.
What's
no.
your perfect date? What's your perfect date? If you were going to take a girl out in the city, where would you go? Would it be Starbucks? Would it be a happy hour? Or would it be a nice restaurant?
I say happy hour.
Well, it depends on the time of year, but I think in New York I like rooftop bars and I like speakeasies. Places that were with good cocktails.
So you like live music?
And I like live music.
Speakeasy, we got some live music.
They don't have
there.
live music.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
It's more like a place where there's
like
no
jazzy.
sign. Yeah, there's not usually live music there. That would be a perfect addition. They should have live music.
You can't talk.
They should have live music.
No,
Yeah.
if it's low in the background.
Yeah, like a piano. Yeah, that would be nice.
Like a piano.
I like this. You should open a bar that has those
Date
things.
night piano bar.
Yeah, I think that's like kind of my thing, at least for a first date. I think, unless I know the person through a friend or I've already met them, I think I don't usually do dinner on a first date. I usually do a drink just to get a feel and vibe for the person.
I feel bad because I've had guy friends that be like, "I think the girls are just using me for a free dinner." Well, why are you taking them out for a first date on a dinner?
Yeah.
That's your first mistake.
If it's been like a friend of yours
That's
for
dumb.
like 6 or 7 years and finally it's like, okay, we're going to go on a date now. Like we're going to see where this goes. Then I could see dinner. But like especially if it's a dating app, it's just a drink.
I would never want to sit out to dinner with somebody I don't even want to be with anyway.
Yeah, the girl doesn't want that either.
If I'm not attracted to you, why do I want to sit out for a whole steak dinner?
Right.
Really? I'm like, all right, I'm going to pass up on the salted caramel dessert. I'm going to get the hell out of here. No, really. Do you still watch the Bachelor shows? Our camera guy's trying to get it. Where are you trying to go? Disney again? He's trying to go to Disney again. Go ahead, Michael.
Doesn't remember the question.
No, I do. I didn't watch.
He's a lawyer.
I
He
didn't
remembers
watch
everything.
this season of Paradise. I didn't watch last season of The Bachelor.
You didn't watch this season of Bachelor in Paradise?
No, I heard it was a train wreck. I watched a little bit of
was.
it and live tweeted a little bit of it in the
Yeah.
very beginning, and then
Taylor
I
and
was
Derek
sort of,
got engaged.
you know, it's a hard dynamic now when everyone there is there just to like increase their Instagram following.
That's what I wanted to ask
It makes it a
you.
weird. It makes it very weird, and it's all just like a joke. I mean,
So
these
you think people aren't really there
It's
for
just like a
love?
very no one is.
different.
It's this very
No
like,
one is?
No one is. It's all this very weird dynamic where they're all there to increase their brand, increase their following, whatever. And if they happen to like someone, great, but that's not why they're there. And it's
But you
it's
were there
hard
for
to
the
watch.
right reasons. And
I was.
there
I
were
was
some-
there.
Okay.
I was
Still
there for the
single,
right.
ready to mingle. Come
Which
on.
maybe I was an idiot for maybe I should have been
No,
there
you were
to try to
the
like,
normal one.
extend my
Yes.
time and make money off of it, but I didn't
But you
do that.
already now are.
So, Michael, how
do
can
that.
people find you? Because you're single and ready to mingle.
Oh, yeah.
And
don't forget to
come
eat
on.
things.
Where can
Yeah,
people
how can everybody find you?
Facebook,
Well, they can
Instagram.
find me at Connie and Chrissy's date night, of course, and they can also find me on these lovely cupcakes.
That's right.
No, where
And-
can people...
No, they can find me at Michael
What's your
Garofola, at Michael Garofola on Instagram. That's Garofola, and also at Michael Garofola on Twitter.
can we hire you as our lawyer?
Yeah.
And of course, pro bono.
We already have a lawyer.
I got pro bono, guys. Wait, all
right,
right, so
guys.
wait, eat one, guys. We're going to each take...
All right.
Yeah,
thank
me
You're
and
going to
the
take
spotlight.
yourself? You're not even taking us.
No,
Next
no.
week-
I'm taking
Me
you
too.
again.
Next week, our show's
I'm
going to
taking
be
I'm gonna eat
on,
myself like Pizza the Hut.
Oh, man.
Connie, take one.
Our show next week is going to be on Thursday, so come hang out next Thursday, date night.
Michael, you taste delicious.
Yeah.
I have to say, not only do you look amazing,
What? Oh, Friday. We have a show on Friday. I'm sorry.
Friday we have our date
Friday.
night.
Birthday party.
Yeah.
That's right. Connie's birthday next week.
Tune
Michael will
in.
be there. He's going to skip Bruno Mars.
Friday.
Oh, by the way, if you guys are looking for Bruno Mars tickets,
Selling Bruno Mars tickets.
What seats are they?
They're floor seats,
Floor
about
seats.
20 rows out.
Gotta
Bruno
go.
Mars.
So message Michael or message
I don't need them anymore, let's just say.
Because he's coming to us and he already found me. He doesn't need them anymore.
Yep.
There you go.
That's one reason.
You taste delicious, by the way.
Thank
So
you so
find
much.
it.
very welcome.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next Friday.
what she
We
said.
love you, Michael. You're awesome.
Thanks, guys.